What's up, YouTube? It's Artisan MC, and I just want to react to DC FanDome that happened today. I don't know who's completely behind it. I know a lot of props is given to Jim Lee as Chief Creative Officer over at DC, and to him and anybody else who was involved in this, bruh fucking oh, that was the closest I could get to a comic convention during this COVID crisis and getting to see every freaking panel. That was awesome. I didn't understand what that was going to be, and I truthfully didn't find out about it until later because of the whole merger and acquisition and restructuring of DC by AT&T. But that was a good idea. That was a damn good idea put together really well. From the set, how they figured out how to get all these people there to do interviews and pull panels together without people being in the same place. Very creative. Very fucking creative. This is one of the things I said about this whole COVID thing and quarantine, is that business can be done. You just have to be more creative with how you do it. And doing something this big to where it was free to everybody, which is the main selling point, was a good thing. That it hits on that convention bug that everybody is missing right now and doesn't have. And it came in, it slid in there and did a perfect job. So I'm going to keep this a little bit short just because it's kind of late and I want to go home. It's been a long day. But I will say from what I watched, because I watched it pretty much since I got to the shop today, I was pleased with the trailers I saw. I was pleased with a lot of the interviews and the conversations that I saw had on the different panels. The trailers being the most standout thing. Suicide Squad trailer, that got me interested to see the movie more. From seeing the characters and seeing pictures and production pictures of the characters and whatnot, I was like, okay, it's James Gunn. I don't mind James Gunn. Some of these characters will be in there. Some of them I know them, some of them I don't, which is the fun of going to the damn movies. If I know every goddamn thing, I wouldn't go to the movies at all. I'd stay home, wait to try to understand. But not knowing some stuff is what drives me, because I love learning, especially things I don't know. So seeing how these characters were showing up, I was kind of like, okay, this is the B-list of the D-list. I don't know who the hell these people are, but it's the Suicide Squad. They're gonna die, so it won't matter very long, right? So seeing this trailer, I got a very clear idea of what they were going for, and it was not what I expected from seeing this cast of ridiculous little characters. It was not. I was kind of blown away. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell is going on in this movie? I really want to see this, the Suicide Squad movie now. Now, most people didn't like Suicide Squad, the original movie. Yeah, it was flaws all in the shit. I didn't like necessarily the villain and how it played out. But look, the first time for anybody getting their franchise onto the big screen, it's going to be problematic. I'm not expecting perfect movies at that point. Just get me into this world, tell me a story, make it halfway freaking believable, and come close as you possibly can to the source material. So, the Suicide Squad, the movie by James Gunn, looks completely different feel. And I think it's just because that first movie did so-so, and the fan response is that it looks like this time they went in with, the whole pocket. And not just, they stuck one hand in one pocket to see what was going to come out. It's like it was a half-hearted attempt. This one looks like the full gusto. They're giving you shaft and balls. They go in for it. So I'm actually really interested to see this movie. The trailer, this behind the scenes stuff, look like, man, what the, it looks like a freaking war going down. And for war movies, I'm down. I can watch that. So looking forward to that. The Wonder Woman movie. Saw the final trailer for the Wonder Woman. Okay. Some more stuff that we hadn't seen before. Looks really interesting. But there's two sticking points I have with it. And I was already going to see Wonder Woman 84 anyway. I was already going to see that movie regardless anyway. Because I want to see what it looks like, and then they're doing the 80s. I'm a kid of the 80s, so what the fuck. I want to see how they keep trying to re-represent this shit, and I live through it. See how close they are to being correct. I just want to see. He wearing parachute. They have Steve Trevor wearing parachute pants in one of these, and he makes the comment about, does everybody wear these? Like, in the 80s? I had 2 pair of parachute pants, I'm just saying, but I also had fat laces and Pumas and breakdance, so it's just what you wore, dude. It's just a gear. You just gotta hang your shit right. So that part is kind of funny that they found some parachute bands and put them in there. But the thing that I'm most intrigued about is seeing, I think her name is Kristen Wiig. I think that's her name. I know her last name is Wiig. I forget her first name. And her version of the cheetah and how they have the cheetah fool cheated out in it. The quick take I saw of it looks alright. Didn't look like we were getting a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of situation, and that's what I was afraid of. And if they were smart, they're looking at that and making sure they don't do that. They don't want to have to go back and try to refilm this goddamn movie. Just take it. So it's a bit interesting. I do think this movie is going to be the I thought it was titled today that it's going to be the Battle of the Frail Tales, meaning that both the main protagonists and the antagonists are really thin women who are portraying these really muscular and strong and women, which is like, okay, neither one of them look like they over 115, but it's a visual thing for me. I know, like I said, it's a guy thing. But the trailer looked good. They didn't have to improve on their trailer because their first trailer that they did really sold me on the movie off the bat. So, shout out to the director whose name I'm fucking forgetting. Patty Jenkins. I didn't forget it. I remember. It's just slow. It's late. So, shout out to Patty Jenkins on getting that correct. What was the next one? And I'm going out of order, so don't worry. If you haven't watched DC FanDome on DCFanDome.com, go and watch that. It's streaming 24 hours, so it's still on today somewhere. And if not, it's going to be on the DC YouTube page, so you can watch all the clips and stuff like that. You can see it from there. And go back and look at some of that stuff, because I can tell you from watching it, I was excited about DC stuff. At least what they have on the horizon coming out, I was excited for them. I'm excited to see some of these damn movies. They got me really jazzed about seeing DC movies, and I'm sitting here looking over my other shoulder where the Marvel devil resides, and like, what are y'all doing? I need some new clips. Because Marvel good for that tit for tat. DC drops something, Marvel drops something the next day, just like, and another one. Shut all that DC hype down. They good for throwing water on their little fire, So I'm waiting to see what Marvel has to throw out tomorrow. We'll see. But next trailer, keep this going. I'm already at 10 minutes. So let's see if I can get it done in 5 minutes. Black Adam trailer with The Rock. Damn. I'm saying damn, not about the trailer, because it was a like a previs motion comic type of deal. That's all well and good, but how The Rock is talking about Black Adam makes me more interested to see it, because instead of him, which was previously it, that he's just going to show up as a side character in a Shazam movie. Oh no, my brother. Black Adam is getting his own movie treatment. They're treating him like he's coming into the DC universe to be the powerhouse villain. Oh shit. I'm down for that. I am completely down for that. Black Adam is one of those characters I always like in DC because he is a really interesting villain with a very grounded and real life backstory where you see that this person just took a turn. It's not that to them they're not overly bad. They just took a turn, and how they see about completing the situation is like completely extreme to the heroes. Completely extreme because they give little or no F's. You know, you take Black Adam and you take Sinestro and you got the same thing. And those are two of my favorite tier DC villains. So a Black Adam getting his own solo treatment and he coming into the DCU like I'm coming to take over. Forget your Superman. Oh shit! I want to see that. I want to see it. And from what I'm seeing with The Rock introducing all this stuff, if he's as big as he's supposed to be in this movie, damn, Black Adam gonna look beast. Black Adam is gonna look beast. So I'm excited for that. Didn't know it was going that direction. Now that I know, I'm fucking on board for that. Bring on The Rock and Black Adam. Next one goes down to the Flash movie. Flash movie is a bit more interesting because for me, I'm happy that Batfleck is coming back. As an actor, I like Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is a decent actor. Okay, he has his demons. His demons are in a bottle and some other shit, but he has his things that he's dealing with, just like all the rest of us. But I really miss him leaving that role of Batman, right? But the fact that he's coming back to play Batman, you know, one last time in this Flashpoint movie, I'm fine with that. I get Batfleck and Michael Keaton in the same movie, and it's a Flashpoint movie. Cool with that too. But I was hoping that there's some kind of way they can get him to carry on as being Batman. And my thinking on it right now at this point, because he's just coming back for this one and to be like his send-off and be done with it, I think he's running from the same thing that Heath Ledger couldn't stop. Heath Ledger playing the Joker and putting himself into it, and he ended up losing himself. But Heath Ledger had his own demons already too. Ben Affleck has his demons, and he was on the mend when he took the role of Batman. I will say, as an actor, you can channel or summon up certain, I don't want to call it, embodiments. And Joker and Batman are embodiments. It can be a little self-destructive for some people if they don't have a firm grasp on fucking, you know, reality, or they're not that damn good of an actor. So, Ben Affleck is a pretty good actor. He's in touch with his darkness. And I think that's what tipped him over to having his problem. So I think what he's running from is he don't want to end up like Heath Ledger. You don't want to end up dead because he immersed himself so much into this role that's always in the dark, and he can't be there with his demons like that. He can't. So, yeah, he'll do it one more time. I'm cool with that. I like to see him hang around, but it is what it is. So, the Flash movie, I'm kind of interested to see what they do in it. The concept design for the new costume, oh shit, that looks awesome. That looks really awesome. It's like they took the best elements from the comic book, the animated series, even a little bit from the CW shows, and mixed that all together to get this new costume, and that shit looked awesome. It looked awesome. Now I can just see, you know, the speed force power flowing through that costume, and then lightning and stuff is coming out of those spots. A lot better. I didn't like the clunky Injustice costume because for speedsters, in my mind, for speedster characters, they don't need to wear that much shit. They don't need that much damn armor. It's like counterintuitive. It's like, if you can move faster than somebody can see you, why do you need fucking armor? If you need that much armor, you pretty goddamn slow. So, slimming down and streamlining it so he has a really smoother look. Thank you. That's a lot better. And the concept design, if they get close to that, I'd be happy. So I'm all there for that one. The last one comes in, I think I'm forgetting one. You didn't see anything for Aquaman 2, but it doesn't matter. I'll watch it anyway. Watching that panel was really interesting because I didn't know James Wan was so fucking young looking. He looks like a fucking child. It's like, Jesus, no wonder he likes all the colors and stuff like that. This is a little kid. Like, but seeing him, production scenes of directing Aquaman #1 and him behind the scenes is like, yeah, you should be directing. You can write. If you have a visual eye or something like that, you should be directing. Direct some shit. Go to film school. Direct some shit. I love to see more black directors. I watch your shit. But the last one, just to end this one, comes in the form of the Batman movie. Record as saying that #1, Glitterbat, Robert Pattinson, was a fucking joke in this Batman movie. Didn't know how he could pull that shit off. But this is all true. I also said, though, because of those low expectations, because trust, I wasn't the only one laughing about that shit. You know, I wasn't the only one laughing, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one person fucking upset like, oh, I was also saying that this could be a career redefining role for Robert Pattinson if he took it seriously and did it right. If he took it seriously and did it right, it could be career redefining for him. You would never remember him as being Edward fucking Cullen. He would be, goddamn, this was somebody's Batman, right? This trailer that finally came out, looks like they're going hard. Now I know some people are going to be upset because it's back to its more realism and stripped down realism in a way. It's Batman Year 2, as they've said. It's Batman Year 2. It's not Year 1, it's the second year, so everything looks really utilitarian and building it on the fly. It's Enterprise Batman, and he is building these wings and this shit as he goes along. So everything is really grounded. I made this shit at home. Okay? I'm fine with it. I would like an older Batman, because when you get to an older Batman or a seasoned Batman, people rely too much on the gadgets and not on the fact he is a detective and he is a regular human being out there taking his bumps and getting beat up, shot, stabbed, whatever the fuck. Every night of the week. Okay? That's like Daredevil. He can fight, yes, but he's not fighting to the sense that he don't get beat up. He get fucked up too. Batman is the same way. And the earlier the Batman, the more messed up he gets. So I like to see that learning curve in the character. This trailer, it looked like some rough shit. It looked like some rough stuff is happening. I will just say that Robert Pattinson Batsuit, when I finally got a full view of it in color, interesting. I still see the body armor elements, okay, but you out there with knives and guns in a modern era. Better have some goddamn body armor on. It's gonna be the shortest hero career in history. It looked good. It looked good. Seeing stuff in full motion and stuff like that, it looked good. I'm still not buying the cowl. The cowl kind of bothers me. That top forehead headpiece shit still kind of bothers me. The chest bat symbol I'm really liking, because now getting a better look at it, it looks like it has clips on the inside of it, like it clips onto something else. I don't know, but I guess we'll see in the movie. But from the scenes that I saw, which was a very clever thing that they did in this trailer. They showed Robert Pattinson fighting as Batman. They showed him fighting as Batman. That was clever because that is what's going to sell the movie, how he fights. Part of what sold the Christopher Nolan Batman is that Batman had a fighting style. Okay? And it was distinct to how he fought. Elbows and stuff, close quarter stuff, a lot of that shit. Right? Not a bunch of gadgets and stuff necessarily. He was close quarters, just fighting people. Right? So you got that grittiness and that realism to where he's fighting a person. This is somebody fucking fighting. Right? This one, because it's year 2, and you see him just laying into a dude, this is just raw. It's just raw, aggressive, and rough. It's like exactly what you believe excuse me, Batman should be doing, which is just really going out, balls to the wall, beating the hell out of people on a nightly basis, working out his anger, his shit. And the line he delivered, that he was vengeance, I think they doctored that for the trailer, because I believe in the movie he's going to say, I'm Batman. I think he is. But the cuts that they used and showing how he's rising up and doing the intimidation thing, yeah. I don't have to like the costume. It's year 2. It's fucking clunky. It's gonna look fucking rough. But as high as Batman has gotten to where, and I've seen all of these goddamn movies, trust me. More tech. It's good to go back low and just give you starting out Batman, because then you'll get more in touch with that character, that everything doesn't go right, doesn't have a plan for everything, and you can get a more compelling story because it puts them in some fucking danger. I'm not into characters who cannot be hurt. I'm not into that. That's no human element for me. But if they can be hurt, if they can be flawed, if they can miss something, or whatever, that makes it more interesting. I want to see that. That is something I do want to see. I will enjoy that a lot. So, especially after the Joker movie, which brought you down to this realism, but you see the turn in a character and a person becoming this who they always were, and everybody else accepted it as he's freaking crazy. He finally found who he was. It wasn't crazy for him. It's crazy to everybody else. So to see that turn in a Batman movie where this dude is Batman and owning that shit, I tell you, some of the scenes they caught with Robert Pattinson and the cow and the haircut and stuff, the motherfucker looked crazy. He looked crazy as shit. And rightfully, Batman is a bit crazy, just like his villains. Your villains are your mirror, right? And I've said this before. Shout out to my buddy Ron, who said this, is that when Superman picks up villains, he takes them to Blackgate or something like that. Batman picks up his villains, he takes them to Arkham Asylum. That tells you who the hell he is and what kind of people attracts to him. He is not dealing with the most stable individuals on the planet. He is not. He takes them to the insane asylum. You don't drop them off at the jail center. You drop them off at the insane asylum. And to catch people like that, you have to be fucking crazy. You have to be. So, I'm interested in all that. So, that trailer blew me away. The song choice in it also really blew me away. Pulling on the 90s Nirvana. I like music, so I like a really good music, and that shit was powerful in the trailer. It made you feel that impending, like, oh shit, something's really about to go down in this, and I'm interested to see that. So that's it. DC FanDome, big win for me. I look forward to seeing the next half of it. As I understand, they broke it into 2 parts. The first part is all the movie stuff that happened today, the 22nd. The next part is going to happen sometime in September, which is all the rest of the stuff. I'll be tuning in for the next one. It was a very clever concept of how they did it, and I didn't see how Comic-Con did their shit, but this should be the standard going forward, especially during this COVID times, of people who want to get shit done. You're going to have to stream it, and you're going to have to Zoom it, whatever the hell you use, whatever platform you use, and have that shit together. So shout out to DC, shout out to Warner Brothers, AT&T, and Jim Lee, one of my favorite artists in the world. Never met him yet, but I'm still young. So that's it for me. Like, share, subscribe.